Well, congratulations for making it to the other side. Hi, my name is Matt Garcia, and I'm with the NALA News Division. This is something that you've absolutely never have seen before, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you. Our company was founded in 1951 as EBS, Business Services, aka the NALA News, was created in 2002, is a full-service PR marketing agency with its headquarters in Victoria, California. We have ISOs all across the United States, and we're proudly to serve over 200,000 clients. The NALA News has experience with traditional and online marketing services, serving as a full-service PR marketing agency with an exceptional national client base. We are experts in reputation management with a client roster that includes Fortune 500 CEOs, athletes, politicians, executive level bankers, and top motivation speakers that use our PR service. Before I get ahead of myself, let me kind of back it up, give you a little background about our company, because this is such a new product for you and you've never seen it before, ever. So you've actually known my company for a better part of at least 50 years. We started what I call supermarket stop. We started with all those ads on shopping carts and back of receipts that, are in the supermarkets. But we first started that out with all our major clients, like the likes of Doritos and Sprite and Coke and Pepsi, General Motors, Campbell Soup, Pillsbury, and American Express, just to name a few first. You see, you just didn't know that was us that did it. Which was about 40 years ago. Then about 30 years ago, we opened that up to all the small to medium-sized businesses. And that's when you started seeing real estate agents, insurance agents, attorneys, CPAs, all those guys popping up on shopping carts all over the United States. And I'm sure you remember that, right? You see, we're a full service firm. We handle pretty much everything that you'll ever need. I'm not in that division. I'm in the PR division. And that's what I want to talk to you about. It's our public relations PR department. That has been around about the same length of time. See, we do PR for all those major clients still. But, see, we saw a gap and an opening about 4 years ago. We saw an opportunity to really help the small to mid-sized business to really get their business out there in a national media, just like we do for the Fortune 500 companies. Kind of like we did with supermarkets about 30 to 40 years ago. So what we started to do about 4 years ago is trying to find a way that we could bring this not only to our major corporations that we work with, but down to the small to mid-sized businesses too. So we spent the time with our media contacts locally and nationally all throughout the United States to get the cost down for the businesses to have access to PR news releases. And about 3 years ago, we got those prices all the way down. So we test drove it. And now we have an opportunity so you as a small to mid-sized businesses can have the same benefits as all those major and national agencies like Pepsi, Coke, General Motors, Campbell, Pillsbury, but keeping the price point that's affordable to you. Let me explain. You've heard of Hotwire.com or Priceline.com or, name your own price, right? Let me ask you a question. Do you know what Hotwire and Priceline do for the travel industry? See, they solve a problem for the travel industry. They fill empty space at discounted prices. Well, in today's vast media world, newspapers, magazines, TV stations, radio stations, and all the other publications are all looking to fill valuable empty space in their online versions the very same way. And that's what we do. See, news outlets call us at the NALA News for our stories because we write some of the best compelling stories with the hottest headlines. You see, they make one call to NALA News and we fill those spots. And today, you get to be the news. So we rolled this out about 2 years ago, and it's just been awesome with a 100% success rate. Now, I'd like to walk you through this step by step. And if it's something that you want to incorporate, we'll put it together. And if not, you just let me know and we'll find another company brand. Is that fair enough? All right. You see, we work with some of the best known and most used media outlets in the world. one of our most coveted media partners, has come to us, wanted us to refer them a very successful home buying company to do a series of media release stories about them. It's going to be a narrative that's going to be released throughout the city and the state that you reside in, to the likes of ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox News, as well as all the major newspapers. I mean, it's like the biggest and best endorsement that you could ever receive. Now, you may or may not even be interested, but I've been given a list of 7 fellow competitors in your area that do the same thing as you. But you're first on the list that I'm contacting today. So you're pretty much in control of your own destiny right here. I'm not here to convince you, but we only need one company, and it is based on a first come, first served basis for this story. It's just the nature of the beast. What I'm about to share with you is totally fresh. It's something that you've never heard before, ever. But at the end of the day, it's very likely to make you the best known and the most recognized and the most used brand of your type throughout your entire community. And yes, it even has the potential to make you a lot of money too. I mean, after all, that's why you're in business, to make money, right? So today is really your lucky day. You have an opportunity today to land a huge media opportunity for your company. So let me ask you, have you ever been featured in a news series before? Or even covered or mentioned in the news? Well then, you're definitely in for a real treat. I mean, your business is about to become a household word. I mean, isn't that exciting? You see, the Nala News is a leading provider of PR marketing solutions that help businesses like yours increase revenue. We are a nationally recognized PR firm who works with all the major media outlets across the United States. We are very proud of our very close relationship with some of the largest, most successful media outlets in the world, such as News Corp, who publishes such things as the USA Today, the Wall Street Journal, and Fox News. As a result, we have a very deep relationship with the best publications, news directors, and journalists who are constantly looking for news stories for their readers. Look, I didn't contact you today about doing any advertising, but something much bigger, more impactful, long-lasting, something that has actually gone as far as to make some of the businesses that we worked with over the years rich and famous. Ever wonder why some companies are always in the news or how they succeed on the internet? It's a good bet that they've got a good PR consultant. The most successful companies in the nation understand the importance of frequent PR news releases. Let's look here. RE/MAX, at least one PR release a week. State Farm Insurance, they pump out both top stories and community story PR releases. Coldwell Banker, over 658 PR releases. They average about 94 per month within the first 7 months alone. Allstate, 57 PR releases year to date, indexed into 11 separate categories. Ford, 90 PR releases year to date. They average about 13 per month. Guinness Beer has poured out over 25 PR releases year to date. See, Bill Gates recently stating that if he were down to his last dollar in his business, he would spend that money on media PR releases instead of on advertising. You see, media releases are 88% more effective than any type of advertising. 85% of consumers judge a brand by their online reputation, including third-party reviews. What we do is a series of PR news stories about you and your business. This is significant to you in today's media because it allows your brand to be in the same level playing field with the likes of Microsoft, Starbucks, Google, Nike, and other major brands that are doing the exact same thing. Look, I know you've been pitched everything under the sun, but I promise you, you have never seen this before, ever. With that said, and being a pretty bold statement, what we do with our clients is we write and distribute PR news stories that highlight our client in the local community that they serve. See, we write about everything from A to Z sales, testimonials from happy clients. We write about awards that you won, things that you are doing in the community, as you can see right here on a news article that we did for a client. So what we do is we write these custom stories with you, and then we distribute them to all the local media outlets. I mean, it goes to all of them. We're talking about all the TV stations, all the radio stations, all the newspapers, all the magazines, all of them. Then we even send it out to about 7,000 media outlets nationwide. Everybody from the likes of ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox News, as well as all the major newspapers. Now, this program does three things for you. One, it's going to bring you in new clients fast. It's clientele that you would not have access to otherwise. Two, it's going to raise your visibility because we send so much about you to the news media outlets. I mean, we cover such a large area. Our clients are hands down the best known in their market, period. Three, it's going to build your reputation that you've already created for yourself. And it's going to maintain that reputation this year, next year, 5 years down the road, even throughout the end of your career. This works so well because it's not advertising. See, advertising is you saying, hey, this is me. I'm a good home buyer. Hey, this is me. I'll buy your house. It's you tooting your own horn. See, PR is legitimate news sources saying, you are credible. This guy is a good home buyer. PR works so well because it's them saying that about you, not you tooting your own horn. That's why I can say to you, it's a brand new product for you because it's not advertising. See, it's PR. It's third-party stories been written about you from legitimate news stories to tell the world why you're so good and why they should do business with you. It's true word-of-mouth marketing on steroids. Look, babies cry for it and companies die for it. You become the hunted one. Does that make sense? Let me ask you a question. You don't tell anybody when or where you've purchased advertising, do you? I'll bet. You'll sure as heck tell everyone you were featured in the news, right? You see, anybody can buy advertising, but not everybody can be in the news. Does that make sense? So basically, you decide what you want us to write about, whether it's a past client, A to Z sales, about a charity, and we can team you up, with a partner charity. Now, things that you can write about. Well, you can write about people facing foreclosure, behind on payments, unwanted inherited properties, problem tenants, houses that need repairs, that we can put these articles that you're the expert at getting these types of properties, customers that you've helped. But it's the news media, legitimate news medias, that are telling the story how you've helped these people in these situations, that you are the expert in that field. Do you like to get in inherited properties? Do you like buying houses that need repairs? Do you like buying houses that are in foreclosure? These stories are going to brand you as the expert, where you become the hunted one, where people are contacting you to sell those types of properties to you. Does that make sense? Our staff writes featured news stories for Wall Street Journal, USA Today, Fox News, CNN, Bloomberg News, plus many other of the top 500 media outlets across the United States. So they're going to be able to sit down with you and write those articles for you. See, what they do is they write these custom stories with you. And once they're written and you agree and approve it, we take it and then we send it out to all the news media outlets. They decide whether or not they're going to pick it up, whether or not they're going to run with it, whether it's going to be in the newspaper or online. They decide how they're going to format it, which is a real benefit to you, because that goes back to the third-party word of mouth that I talked about. It's legitimate news sources saying that this is news, not you saying this is news. So that's where the real value and the credibility comes in. See, you can't compare the credibility and trustworthiness that comes with the local and national news. It's unbelievable. You just cannot purchase this type of credibility. See, you have three different kind of markets. You have your local market, you have your national market, and you also have your international market. You see, all your dollars and cents are made right there in your own backyard. I mean, that's where your dollars are made. I mean, you focus all in your local metro area, right? First of all, The local market is your most important, and we know that. So what we allow you to do is pick up about 25 media outlets that you want to be in locally and statewide. And we're personally going to go after them. We're going to get them to run your story right there in your own backyard. Everyone else, we just send them out the story. They pick it up. They decide whether or not they're going to run with it. In what format. Does that make sense? These locally, we go after them. And we get them to run your story. Because that's where your dollars and cents are made. But it's also going to be run in a lot of national media too. Then there's a lot of online ones from CNN to U.S. News and World Report that run nationally. So it's going to cover all the different spectrums. I mean, you're in the business to make money, right? Okay. So your whole object here is for you mainly is getting new clientele. I mean, you're in the business of buying and selling more houses. I mean, getting more people to sell their home to you and buy your houses from you. Am I right? The way we bring new clientele fast is in every story we put direct follow-through links in them. There's a direct link that goes to your phone, your email, your webpage, right in every story. So we can see every time somebody reads your story, they click on your email through your webpage, or even call your phone number to contact you. The average interactions for my real estate agents nationwide over the course of a month is between 30 to 70 every single month like clockwork. So what I'm saying to you is that that's 30 to 70 people reading your story and then contacting you by email, by phone, or webpage directly about your story. Whether it's about a house you're featuring or a charity that you're working with, whatever it is about your story, that's how they're going to contact you. So your company's visibility rises big time because we send your story to so many media outlets. Probably the average story that we send out gets picked up between 200 to 400 different media outlets. I'm going to be able to show you a dashboard where you can see everything that's happening in real time. In addition to that, you're also going to have the national media outlets that help build your reputation we talked about. So building on that reputation that you've already created for yourself and maintaining that this year, next year, even 5 years down the road throughout your end of the career is so important. I want to use an example of one of the real estate agents that we'd worked with in Colorado Springs. We wrote a story about him, how he's been an agent for about 20 years. And we parlayed that into a really nice listing that he had. Then we linked it into charity because he gives a percentage of his commissions from that sale to a charity. So we wrote the story about this agent and went out and got picked up from about 350 different media outlets, locally and nationally. I mean, this was amazing. He got picked up everywhere. So we got all this local notoriety, between 50 to 60 interactions from the news story. But he also got picked up in a couple hundred nationally media outlets. He got picked up in Indiana Business Journal, the San Francisco Chronicle, the Washington Post, the New York Times, ABC News in Chicago, etc. Now you may be asking yourself, how do national media markets benefit me? How does that benefit me as a home buyer right here in my own market? See, national media markets go into help maintaining your reputation for the rest of your career. The first story we wrote about was him, his listing, and him giving back to the community. But the second story we wrote about was how a local Colorado real estate agent gets national recognition for his customer service and giving back to his community. And then we put a link to the New York Times, the Indiana Business Journal, the San Francisco Chronicle. Can you imagine how awesome that is? Because we both know most real estate agents, they get referred. They get recommended. Let me give an example. If someone recommended you 2 real estate agents to you, the first thing you're going to do is go Google them. Am I right? So you Google the first real estate agent. He's a good agent. He's got a great track record, good experience. He even has a website on Google. He's got a Facebook account. He's got a YouTube account. He's got a LinkedIn account. He's even got a Twitter and a Pinterest and a Yellow Pages ads out there. Everything looks great. So now you look up the second real estate agent. He's a great agent. He's got a good track record. He has a website also on Google. He's got a Facebook account. He's got a YouTube account. He's got a LinkedIn account, a Twitter account, Pinterest account. He has good experience, but this agent got recognized in the local newspapers for his customer service and giving back to the community. And he was also on the local ABC News for his customer service and giving back to the community. But he was also recognized in the San Francisco Chronicle, the New York Times, ABC News in Chicago, CNN, Fox News for his customer service and giving back to the community. Now let me ask you this. Which real estate agent do you think you and I would pick? Exactly. The one that's locally recognized, but has also been nationally recognized. Does that make sense? So if I have a house for sale and I have two home buyers to choose from and I Google them both, right? The first agent, the first investor, he sent me a postcard. He's got a great website. He's got a YouTube account, Facebook account. He has a billboard out in the market. He's doing the exact same thing every other real estate investor does. Okay? But the second investor that I contact, I look up, he has articles written by him from legitimate news stories that are saying how he's helped people that are facing foreclosure. There's news articles written about him, how he helped people that inherit properties to get those properties and sell them with ease. He's got news articles that are written about him, how he buys properties where people don't have to fix them up. He has news articles about helping people that were behind on payments and able to take those houses and where people can get their lives going again. Does that make sense? It's them telling stories about you, not you tooting your horn. Now, we covered bringing in new clients. We've covered raising your visibility through, these different media outlets. And then we're really going to show you how, you can build on that reputation that you've already created for yourself and maintain that throughout the end of your career, because all of those things are all tied in. Another benefit to all of this is that let's say that 300 different media outlets pick up your story and they run it. When it comes to your website, you can run your search engine optimization one or two different ways. You can throw a whole bunch of money at it, which a lot of people do, or you can do it organically, which is directly related to quality and content. See, with over 300 different pieces of quality and content that are pointed and linked to your name, your web page, those 300 pieces will organically help you move the placement of your website. That's just a bonus, because that's what it does on its own. You can thank Google for that. We have a lot of our clients that we do the news releases with, that their website can be on the page 10, page 9, page 5, and then all of a sudden within weeks and within 30 to 45 days, they're in the front page of Google for that keyword or their business, because there's so many links of articles that are directed and they're quality links that Google's looking for, good quality and content. Does that make sense? Let's go online here. Let me show you how this exactly works. I want you to go to our website. It's nalanews.com and then /library. Okay? nalanews.com /library. We're going to show you here is how to access customers that we have. A lot of them are going to be the new ones that we want to show you a live dashboard, so you can see how to access the reports, see other customers that we have. We've been doing this and have a 100% success rate with this program. See, you can click down the little industry that you want to do and click apply, and it'll bring up different things. We work with a lot of major law firms that we brand and get them to be the go-to expert in their market. We work with a lot of major insurance companies that we do business with. We work with also a lot of real estate brokers and real estate agents to get them branded as the local real estate expert in their community. So we work with doctors, professionals, a lot of clients that we help brand and make them the go-to expert in their industry or field that we're working with. And that's what I'm contacting you today, because we're only looking for one home buyer in your market to do the story. It's either going to be you or it's going to be one of your competitors. It doesn't matter. I hope it's you, but one way or another, we're going to fill a story. And hopefully you're seeing the opportunity to really brand your name on a scale that you've never, ever done before. Here's a client we wrote about. And you can see he has a website link. He has a phone number where people can click on it and contact him. Now, this is the report that you're going to receive. See, we tracked everything, every single minute of every single day. So I can tell you minute by minute, minute by day, who's, picking up your story, who's reading your story. We're going to send you 2 reports on every story that we do. First report is going to be at the end of the first week. The second report is going to be at the end of the first month. So if we look at this report, your headline impressions got 70,321 headline impressions right here. Okay, actually we can see right here in this report, they had 70,321 headlines. That means between the newspapers, the magazines, the radio spots, online spots, their headline story came up 70,321 times. Is that a lot to you? The second thing here in this report are our full page reads. What that means is someone saw your headline online, they clicked on it, and they made it a full page, and they went all the way to the bottom. They had 2,567 people read this report, as you can see right here, in the total full release reads. That's pretty impressive. I don't care what anybody says. See, we track all of that for you throughout the month. But here's where your dollars and cents come in. Okay? This last one right here. These are the interactions. So these are the people that, have read your story and have either emailed you, contacted you, or called you about your story. And as you can see, they had 32 interactions. You see that number? They had 32 interactions, as you can see right here on top. Like I said, the average is 30 to 70 per month. But they had 32 people that either called them, they emailed them, or they went to their website to contact them. Now on the next page, as you go down this report, these are the total media deliveries that we did. This would tell you every place that we sent your story to, all the local and national media outlets. As you can see right here on top, 3,799 total media deliveries. Now, as you go down the report, this next page is going to tell you the total media deliveries. This will tell you every place that we sent your story to, all the local and national media outlets. As you can see right here, we sent it out to a total of 3,799 total media deliveries, news networks. And if you go down the list, you can see all 3,799 all automized down there for you. Now, as you go down this page, this is really important because this next page shows you all the actual media pickups that picked up your story, but they put it in the format that they wanted to run in. Some are going to be local ones that we went after, and some are also going to be the national ones. So as you can see, we had a total of 259 total media pickups that picked up your story in the format that they wanted to run it in. Now, some are going to be TV, radio, newspaper, magazines, but you can see all of them right here. And you can see right here that, again, we had 259 media pickups. That means that 259 media outlets picked up your story and we sent out and they ran with it. And you're able to see all through here, all the ones that picked up your story, all itemized in detail for you. And like I said, as you look down, you can see all the newspapers, all the TV stations, radio stations, magazines that got picked up all right here. See, this kind of PR puts your business in the spotlight. It's bringing in tons of new clients for you, and it brings them in fast, like head spinning fast. That's why we have so many professional companies that want us to do the PR releases and get them in the news from Remax to State Farm to Coldwell Banker, Allstate, Ford, Guinness, major law firms, insurance companies, doctors, CPAs, real estate agents, brokers, etc. that we do this with. See, publicity helps form strategic alliance. And we're talking about more organizations like high net worth companies that are more than likely to fraternize with your business. We're like asset managers, that have inventory that all of a sudden they're reading an article, you and the legitimate news stories from these organizations that are talking about you, that they have inventory that they want to liquidate. Private lenders that are looking for good sources to put their private money, that are contacting you, getting better low rates for you to be able to use that money to build your business. REO banks, they have inventory and they see you as the go-to expert, that these legitimate news stories wrote about you and your business of buying houses, that they can send you inventory. Doctors, attorneys that have money that they want to put their money in with people that know what they're doing. Contractors that are floating your rehabs because you are the go-to expert to do deals with, and they want to be associated with you. Real estate agents that get side deals, that get listings giving you properties before they even get listed. Does that make sense? See, what that means is more doors, more opportunity, and again, more money in your pocket. I mean, the possibilities like speaking engagements, meaningful connections, lots of new paying customers will literally come knocking on your door, all because of you've transferred yourself as a go-to expert in your field. It's the legitimate news stories telling the stories about you. To finish this up, multitudes of corporate giants like Microsoft, HP, Coca-Cola, Guinness, Mercedes-Benz, Time Warner, they all use PR stories to more effectively persuade and engage their audience. And now you can too. See, many Fortune 500 companies have us as their PR department. And now you can have your own PR department with us at the Nala News too. Well, that's our program in a nutshell. So how do you get started with the Nala News? Well, we have different packages. I can tell you probably the average package that most of our clients at your level of caliber typically do is a 1-year package that includes 6 news stories total. Now, with these 6 stories, as I said, you can write about people facing foreclosure and how you help them. The news stories will be written by these companies. How people are behind on the payments, how they inherited unwanted properties, problem tenants, houses that need repairs, right? We can write about any kind of story that you want. You'll become the expert in that field for that. Well, do you think $250,000 is too much for this kind of PR? Well, good thing it's not 250 grand, right? Well, we have a one-time $195 production maintenance fee. We charge that to pretty much all our new clients to get set up for the very first time. So whether you're a client for 1 year or 10 years, you're never going to have to pay that again. So we have 3 different packages that you can choose from. Our starter package is our 6-month package. You get 3 news stories over the course of 6 months. And that's at $1,490 per release, a total of $4,470, plus your $195 production fee. Now, we also guarantee that your news release will be picked up by a minimum of 25 different media outlets under this package. Now, over the 6 months, you'll have 1 release every 2 months. Okay, so that's a total of 3 releases. The second package is our VIP package, which is our most popular package that most clients start out with. This is our 1-year program that has 6 news stories over the course of 1 year. That is $1,390 per release for $8,340 plus your $195 production fee. We also guarantee that your news release stories PR will be picked up by a minimum of 50 different media outlets under this package. Our third package is our Go package. You get 1 news story every single month for 12 months at only $1,290 per PR release. That's $15,480 plus your $195 production fee. But here we guarantee your news release are going to be picked up by a minimum of 75 different media outlets. Now here's the best part. We do put our money where our mouth is. Not only do we have a 100% success rate with our clients, and while that is a bold statement to make, But we also give you a 100% money back guarantee, risk free. Your news releases are going to be picked up by a minimum of 25, 50, or 75 different media outlets, depending on which package you pick, and we guarantee that, or we'll refund your money, every single dime to you. See, Fortune 500 companies have PR departments, and now you can have your own PR department too. Now, the only question I have for you, how often do you want to be in the news? What I'm going to do is something very special for you. Being that you're a real estate investor, it's always you want to buy properties on terms or you want to buy properties on cash. So what I'm going to do something special for you. If you're the one that gets chosen for our program, you want to do this. We're going to give you 3 releases for $1,490 per release. That's for $4,470. But we're going to let you have terms on this. You can put half down now and the balance in 2 equal payments on the 30th in 60 days. Or cash is king in the real estate business, right? If you buy something for cash, you can buy it at a discount. But you have to be able to recognize an opportunity and you act. And you know, as a real estate investor, when you go out and see a deal, you have to be able to pull the trigger because your competition will. Well, the same thing is here. If this opportunity is not for you, then it'll be for your competition, and we'll go brand them and make them the go-to expert. But if you can recognize the opportunity and say, hold up, I want to work with you. I want you to be our PR department. I want you to take our company and brand us on the news and work with us. If you can recognize that opportunity, if you want to buy these all cash up front, we're going to give you the news releases for $990 per release on 3 releases for only $2,970, a one-time payment. Man, that's like 66% LTV, right? That's incredible. Now, PR firms charge as much as $30,000 to $50,000 a year. We're going to get you set up and be your agent to work with you, and we're going to help brand your company. Now, the second package, the VIP package, where we're going to do something special for you. If you want to go this route, you're going to get 6 releases for $1,390 per release of $8,340 on terms. You can put half down, and you can pay 2 equal payments on 30 and the 60 a day, or you can buy cash. Cash is king in the real estate business, so you can buy them all up front for $990 per release, for 3 leases of only $5,400 on a one-time payment. That's pretty much like 64% LTV. Now, a third package, the gold package, what we're going to do for you on here is you can get 1 news stories every single month for $1,290. But you can also, that's $15,480. We're going to allow you to purchase this on terms, okay? Half down, 2 split up payments, 30th in 60 days, or you can pay all cash and get them for $990 releases for $11,880 one-time payment. Well, like I said, it does come with a 100% money-back guarantee, risk-free. Now, what we're going to do is something even better for you. No matter which package you choose, we're going to guarantee you a minimum of 75 media outlets that are going to pick up your story locally and nationally, or we'll give you every single penny that you've given us back, everything. So no matter if you pick the first package 1, 2, or 3, you're going to get 75 media outlets that will guarantee that will pick up your story. So which package suits you better? Which one do you want to start off with today? Now, here's the package just to reiterate with them. Will you choose which is the best one for you? And we're going to get you started. Now, again, we can only take one company that we're looking to run this story on in your market. If it's you, let's give me a call. Let's get you started and get the process going. The only thing we're going to need to do here is we're going to need to send you over the contract so that way you can tell us how many releases you want. Do you want 3? Do you want 6? Or do you want 12 releases? Okay, you decide, and then we'll send over the contract to you, and we'll get you going with that. Now, if it's not for you, then we're going to call your other competitor, and that's okay. You're either a 1, you're not interested. 2, you may have some questions. You want to call me. You have my number right here. Or 3, you're excited. You want to get going. Let's get that order. The link there is in there. So that way you can fill out the order form and we can get you started today. Again, this is Matt Garcia with Not Lose. I want to say thank you for taking the time, how we can partner with you and take your business to a whole new level. Like I said, anybody can buy advertising, but not everybody can be in the news. Fantastic. You have a great day. I look forward to hearing from you soon.